Yo, I think I made a banger.
Wait,
Watch this. Give me like 2 minutes,
bro.
I think I made a banger. Yo, I think I made a banger.
Wait,
Watch this. Give me like 2 minutes,
bro.
I think I made a banger. Don't know what to say.
Watch this. Give me like 2 minutes.
I know I did it. I did it. It's okay. Don't know what to say. I know I did it. I did it. It's okay. Don't know what to say. I know I did it. I did it. It's okay. Don't know what to say.
Hey, yo, this is
I did it.
so
It's okay. Don't know what to say.
Hey, yo, this is
This is what I'm supposed to do.
so
This is what I'm going to do. So basically, I'm gonna. Okay, look.
Hey, yo, this is
This is what I'm supposed to do. This is what I'm going to do. So basically, I'm gonna. Okay, look. This is what I'm supposed to do. This is what I'm going to do. So basically, I'm gonna. Okay, look. This is what I'm supposed to do. This is what I'm going to do. So basically, okay, look. Won't know what to say. I don't know where to go, where to go. Won't know what to say. I don't know where to go, where to go. Won't know what to say. I think I'm off beat. Yeah, good game, bro. Off beat.
I recently found out that I was secretly recorded by Meta Glasses, and get this, the video has 2.3 million views.
And for reference, guys, this is a teacher. She teaches, I believe, in a middle or high school. And the person with the Meta Glasses, well, they were a student.
A month or so ago, I was at my daughter's basketball game in the evening. I walked out of the bathroom and I thought she was just introducing me to one of her friends. So I started talking to him like I do all my kids' friends, just very happy and chipper, you know, kind of like a normal mom. After he had asked me a few questions, my daughter grabbed my arm and pulled me away. And that's when she whispered, "Mom, he's wearing Meta Glasses."
And you guys all already know what these guys, they do with these Meta Glasses, no matter what the occasion is, where they are, who they're talking to, primarily, you know, women and girls, trying to rizz them up. But it just turns out in this situation, she's a teacher in a school, and the video makes her look a bit weird depending on how you look at it. And honestly, I think these Meta Glasses are, especially if you've seen my last video, a huge violation of privacy, and it's only gonna make people that much more low trusting of other individuals who have sunglasses on.
I had honestly never heard of Meta Glasses. I didn't even know what they were. They looked like normal glasses to me. So here's the twist. I didn't think anything about it, really, until today. And when I saw that the video has now over 2.5 million views, it has something like 20,000 shares, 500 comments, and I'm going to show you the clip, and then we're going to talk.
And before we get into this video, I just want to show you guys that this is the mom with her daughter coming out of the big room, I guess the restroom. This weirdo was waiting for them, I suppose, outside of the female restroom. It says, day one, rizzing moms. They appear to be in a school. She's a teacher. And I just got to say, man, these weirdos with these Meta Glasses doing this for content, while a lot of unsuspecting individuals aren't realizing that they're being recorded, in my opinion, is only going to have negative impacts on the wider society, with people just not trusting other people, assuming that they're always going to be filmed for content.
Hello. Hi, Catherine. Good, how are you? No, I just want to let you know you're a very beautiful young lady.
What was that voice crack? You can definitely tell that this kid is no more than 16 years old.
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, are you married?
I'm not.
Oh, you're not? Are you in a relationship?
So here's the moment I realized what was happening. And I still don't think I really realized what was happening until we walked away and I discussed it with her a little bit more in detail.
Well, ma'am, you were being used for content. And I want everybody to know, everybody of all generations and age brackets, that if you see someone approach you with sunglasses on with the little 2 dots on each side, just assume you're being recorded and either walk away or just straight up ignore them.
See, now, like, we can want 2 men, like her, Hayden, you.
That is crazy. See, now he said, "Are you married?" She said, "No, I am not." You can see her facial expression changes. And then he says, "Now we can go on a 2-man," which is just highly disrespectful. Now we can go on a 2-man. And for people who don't know what a 2-man is, it's basically 2 men with 2 girls. In this instance, it would be the mom and her daughter. You could read between the lines as to what that means. It's just crazy, man.
So let me ask you this. As a parent or as somebody that's just out, an American in public, should people be allowed to film strangers with meta glasses without telling them?
Well, according to the First Amendment, the right to free speech and filming in public, especially for press assembly, unfortunately, it's legal. Meta glasses fall into that, in my opinion, invasion of privacy, especially in enclosed environments of which you work at as a school. Technically, it is legal. Although I don't think you should have to be paranoid and full of anxiety at your place of work, thinking you're going to be put on TikTok in front of millions of people, potentially embarrassed or your job compromised because you're simply having a conversation with a student. But again, with this technology invading every facet of our lives, what can you do?
Would you feel like that's an invasion of your privacy? Where is this tech going to take us in the
Oh yeah, anyways, yeah.
Would you be okay with this happening to you? Would you be okay with your kids having a pair of these meta glasses? Is this the future or is this a privacy problem? Let me know what you think.
Future.
Oh, all right. Well, you look very good. I just want to let you know.
You know, this is only going to make, a lot of people. But, when men are approaching, women with sunglasses on, it's only going to add that extra layer of weirdness and awkwardness because people are now going to automatically assume, oh, this weirdo with sunglasses on, he might be recording me. When in reality, most people don't have these meta glasses on and they're just trying to, block their eyes from the sun, maybe trying to use sun protection like normally in the spring and summertime. And, it's just, I hate how we all have to be anxious and we all have to be on guard, assuming everyone has the worst intentions for us. And now people are saying, this one comment from Paul, he says, almost looked like a few more minutes and she would have caught a charge. She's just upset that she got caught flirting with a student in 4K. And to me, it didn't really look like flirting. Maybe I could rerun it back. I don't know. Another person said with these 2 images here, back to back, saying amused versus not amused. Within a matter of seconds, anyone that thinks she was flirting and giving this kid play can't read body language or facial expressions. Though in all honesty, she should have openly put him in his place instead of being subtle about her her lack of interest. And as a parent, she should have corrected his inappropriate behavior about approaching adults like this at a school, but who am I to judge? So yeah, I mean, with these two images, you can see here, I guess she was just being nice, especially teachers in professional settings like this. You know, they try to be nice. They don't want to be a jackass. Guy brings up something about a two-man. Obviously, her facial expression changes. Someone in the comment section said, that's I'm not amused face, 100% annoyed now. Another person back on TikTok now says, if you are in public, you have no expectation of privacy. You may not like it, but that's just how it is. And I believe, yeah, sure, that's just how it is under the structure of our current laws, but we can change them. And I think we need to do that with the utmost importance. Because genuinely speaking, I don't want to live in a society where everybody's full of anxiety and everybody doesn't want to be authentic and organic and be their true selves because they feel as though there's always going to be CCTV out there. Someone's always recording with an iPhone or Meta glasses or some smart device thingamajiggy with wireless speakers that can compromise them later in the future. Back in the day, this wasn't such a prevalent issue, and that's why things were more easygoing. Look at footage back in the early to late 90s, early 2000s. People were much more relaxed. You could approach anybody, have a conversation. People were less stressed because all these devices weren't invading every facet of our lives. Another person said, Meta glasses are cool, but used this way, they are creepy. Bill Conley says, unfortunately, it's legal. Lee says, doesn't matter how you feel, there is no right to privacy in a public setting. But be that as it may, laws aside, what about ethics and morals? You know, what about how the general public feels about this? Are we not able to change?
Yo, do you know why? Yo, low-key him saying
used this way, they are creepy. Bill Conley says, unfortunately, it's legal. Lee says, doesn't matter how you feel, there is no right to how the general public setting. But be that as it may, laws aside, what about ethics and morals?
Yo, him saying this shit, what about ethics and morals? It just, you know what it reminds me of? What about, what's it called? It was the guy on the beach. He was some Indian guy who basically got rejected by these two girls and stuff. He was like, yo, what do you say? What about 8 inches? What about happily married? I think my daughter just passed away fucking 2 days ago. And some, shit. Forgot it. Shit. Yeah, it was like, yo, what about, I'm basically 10 years faithful. I was happily married. My wife just died. My daughter just died 2 days ago. What about 8 inches? What about extremely loyal or something like that? Yeah, I know you definitely heard it, but I don't know where I heard it from. I remember
you know, what about how the general public feels about this? Are we not able to change a law if the majority of people do not like a particular thing in a particular part of the law? Are we not, as people, as resident citizens of this great land, able to change that law? Because I genuinely think these need to be banned in certain settings. I don't like them. Sure, we have a case for CCTV security footage and cameras. Okay, obvious. CCTV is only, you know, typically relegated to security officers or higher administrators, right? But these things anybody can buy, anybody can film you without you knowing it. This is the difference between a phone and the Meta glasses. A phone is very obvious. Someone's pulling out a phone to film you, you know they're filming you, so you can adjust your behavior to protect yourself. But with these Meta glasses, it kind of just looks like regular glasses, regular sunglasses. I'm pretty sure they have the non-tinted ones to make them appear as if they're prescription meds, like the Medicaid glasses, and a lot of people just wouldn't realize that they're being filmed. And I think that is the distinction right there. The difference between knowing you are being filmed by CCTV or an iPhone, and the difference between not knowing you're filmed, saying something that could compromise you, unbeknownst to you, and then potentially losing your job or being filmed for content on TikTok without your consent. I don't know, am I off? Another person said it's 2026. If a stranger walks up to you and starts talking to you, you should assume that there's at least a possibility that you're being filmed by them or someone nearby. So if you talk to strangers, don't assume it's private. And that is the messed up thing about modern society. Because back in the day, it wasn't the thing. If somebody approached you, sure, you might be a little wary, but you wouldn't automatically assume that you're being filmed. Now everything is content. Thoughts and opinions down below. What do you think about this? These Meta glasses, I swear to God, they're going to cause a lot of issues for us down the road.
I recently...
The thing is, beware of people who wear glasses. That's basically what I'm hearing. Something like that. If you see two dots on the side of there, just know you're getting recorded and you're caught. Getting posted on social media.